What's going on, Diecast collectors? This is OBB, the Diecast news guy, returning once more to bring you all a Winner's Circle Diecast review on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2007 John Mansville Menards Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS for the NASCAR Busch Series at the time, even though we don't got one right here, for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Now, this is a nice little, I guess you could say, antique that I got from one of my flea markets all the way back, I think, when I was still in Syracuse, New York. So this is pretty cool. I don't know why it took me this long to finally dig this out of the Diecast graveyard, but we finally got this one in the palm of my hands, and very vintage indeed, guys. You can just really see just how cool the Winner's Circle Diecast were back then. Of course, the resealable packaging wasn't really a thing with these cars, but yeah, there's all the stats if you guys want to see that. And yeah, these things definitely do take quite a beating to get open. But speaking of that, let's go and start the unboxing and official Diecast review of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2007 Menards Chevrolet. And alrighty, folks, we got this Diecast out of its box. And before we get things started, let's look at the free accessory that comes with this Winner's Circle Diecast. So very similar to my Ryan Newman All-Tail review, we got ourselves a nice little reflective sticker, which is pretty cool, as it actually showcases like when this car was ran, which was at Daytona. But yeah, dude, this is a car I remember having growing up as a childhood, because you know I was a big Dale Jr. fan, but just yeah, I just love the detail they put on there, and it's pretty much a mirror, so you could probably see a crazy individual that looks like me, probably my doppelganger, who's helping me out with this review. But pretty appropriate to showcase that, because hey, you know what we like, guys, the Menards Diecast. And speaking of which, here's the Diecast now out of its box in the palm of my hands. And yeah, this camera really is picking up that nice bright fluorescent orange. You know, we always have these bright Menards cars, but believe it or not, Dale Jr. actually drove one of these cars for a few times, as I think this car is starting to show its age a little bit. Like, we are going to have some decals that look like they were probably sun damaged a little bit. And shout out to my good buddy Diecast with Faye. You know, he does a good job of restoring these cars. So I don't know, maybe I'll just have to send this car out to him, and maybe I can get it repaired or fixed from him. So but we get the John Mansville logo, the Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS body, which personally, if you guys were to ask me what was my favorite Chevy mold at the time for the Gen 4 cars, it's got to be this one, dude. Like, when I think of a stock car, this is what I think of a NASCAR stock car right here. The perfect curvatures, the racing was just, you know, fantastic. And more importantly, Dale Jr. just annihilated the field whenever he drove this car. I mean, I think he drove with different sponsors on the hood, because that's what the Menards sponsorship usually has. But as you guys can see, this is a Winner's Circle car, and we got Penske. Oh my God, I never thought I would see a Penske logo on a freaking DEI car. But Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, if you guys want to know. But yeah, I see the decals are kind of wearing off a little bit. Some of these sponsors may look quite familiar. My God, I mean, let me know if you guys actually are a big fan of like when a sponsor has like multiple side sponsors, like, you know, the Kroger cars or the Menards cars. I think it kind of gives it a little bit more character. I mean, I'm a little biased because, you know, I'm a Dale Jr. and Ryan Blaney fan. But comment below which Menards cars made your favorite, as we're going to play this nice little guessing game. Which two logos are currently missing on this car? I'll give you a hint. I mean, one of them has to do with Dale Jr. But yeah, the Busch logos are not on there, and the pole award as well, not on there as well. But yeah, you see these decals really have kind of, they really do got some pretty bad sun damage. So heck, I could almost make this as a rant review, but this was not made by Lionel Racing. This was made by Motorsports Authentics, which basically that is the company that had the rights and licensing to make diecast all the way up until 2010. And coming on to this side, this might be the race version side, because you can definitely see this is what happens when, I guess, when you get diecasts that kind of are left out in the sun too long. God dang, it almost looks like they're almost like practically erased off. So I don't know, maybe this this could be a race version after all, because, you know, the tires do look worn as well. Heck, man, this is, looking back at this, it just screams childhood, because, you know, I think I remember I had a Dale Jr. card that was just like this, and like pretty much that's how the condition, I mean, come on, we're all not gonna be guilty and say that, you know, we didn't play with our diecast back then. So it looks like that's what this car's condition was. But hey, you know, got it at a pretty affordable price at a flea market, so I think it was like $1 or $2, so I can see why. But yeah, dude, that is pretty unique to say at the very least. But we got some Moen and more Menards sponsorship right on the back with the nice, beautiful exposure from this Samsung Galaxy phone. And yeah, a detailed chassis as well. yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, we have the black, you know, detailed chassis, but also a pretty detailed interior as well. But yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. just annihilated this field at you know, one of the Daytona races. I mean, he led like a good portion of the race and got his 5th Daytona win from the Busch Series. But also, this car has, unfortunately, it's got some bad blood to it as well. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 2007, or was it 2006, but it was the Michigan race during that time. And me being also a Carl Edwards fan and a Dale Jr. fan, I had mixed opinions about that. But Dale Jr. won in this car, also in that race, and he took out Carl Edwards and for the win. And I think that was the only time I think everyone in, you know, Junior Nation and everyone in the stands booed at Dale Jr. because, heck, that's a rare sight to see. But if you guys want to know more information about that, since I can't really post the video footage on here because, heck, you know, YouTube copyright, so unless there's a way around it, you guys can let me down below. But anyways, I think it's only appropriate for me to now showcase now the side-by-side comparison of another Dale Jr. Menards car, and it is his 2004 car that I did a recent review on. So pretty cool. I think this was his Bristol win, I believe. But as you guys can see, this is the RCCA Elite scale. So this has literally, it's a race version diecast with literally rubber tires, which is something I always asked, you know, for NASCAR diecasts. We had that in 2020 and 2021, but of course we got rid of it. Just like, you know, NASCAR getting rid of, like, you know, the compound tires. So tremendous detail. Of course, you know, you're paying for better quality. So this was probably, I don't know what the price range of this car was back in the year 2004, but heck, this is a rare car to see. And I did a review on this as well. So both of you guys are saving big money at Menards. If any of you guys have Menards out in the north, yeah, they're mostly like out in like the north location. So I think they're what they based in Wisconsin, I think. I don't know. I'm just making a guess, but I know I've seen Menards at Indiana before when I tripped to Indianapolis. But yeah, and we're gonna get another debate. Do you guys prefer the Monte Carlo or the Monte Carlo SS? I mean, God, they're both so iconic. But I don't know. I just kind of like. Oh, that's hard. You know what? Maybe I'll change my mind. I'm going to go back to just the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. So iconic. And hell, probably would have been one of my first cars I would have loved to drive. But hey, still was pretty nice to say the least. But hey, we got the number 81, the 8. God, I just love these Dale Earnhardt. These DEI cars are just so freaking cool, guys. And I'm so glad we got the number 8 DEI font now for Sammy Smith's car. So, and I know we're going to probably get one of those cars in a future NASCAR Authentics wave since all those cars were canceled. But hey, that's what the luxury is of having these classic diecasts, including this one right here. So if you're a Dale Jr. fan and you find this at anywhere else that sells NASCAR diecast, including some local diecast dealers that I know and love, hey, definitely recommend pick this one up, guys. Pretty iconic, and probably Carl Edwards fans will probably skip out on this one, but excluding myself. But anyways, let's get wrap up the diecast review of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2007 John Mansfield Menard Chevrolet Monte Carlo for the NASCAR Busch Series and Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. So comment, subscribe, and this has been OBB, the diecast news guy, and I'm gonna go and save some big money at Menards.